There we
Good
go.
morning. So I'm here with Sue Newman. She is a good friend of mine, and we were talking about how to get the things that we want in life, how to manifest what it is that you want. And so a lot of times we can become negative or stuck in our thought process, and that then causes a whole bunch of other issues in our life, and it blocks our manifestation of getting what it is that we want out of life, serving our purpose and doing the things that we absolutely love and want to attain in this lifetime. And so, Sue, thank you so much for being here today. And I would love for you to tell us a little bit about how, I know you are just the queen of manifesting. She's told me stories and they're just phenomenal. I'm just like, oh my gosh, we've got to share this. And so that is why we're here today. So really quickly, just tell us a little bit about how that happens.
Sure. Okay. So first and foremost, I was just talking to Dena about this the other day. I have a little formula that I use in my head, and I call it the four-legged chair. Mm-hmm. So just envision a chair, when you sit on it and the four legs are solid and grounded, that you're in a very good place, right? Mm-hmm. But if one of those legs break off, you're off kilter, and sometimes you could fall down, right? So in our lives, I have found, in order to manifest properly and get those things that I truly want and deserve in life, that I first have to have four areas grounded, which relate to the four-legged chair. So in my mind has to be balanced and in a good place. My body, I have to feel good about my body, which also relates to your health. Mm-hmm. In my spirit, so that my relationship with God is extremely important, so the spirit has to be there too, and that time with Him. And then the love and my relationships that are really important to me in life have to be in a good place. So every single time one of those have been broken, then I am not able to manifest and get what I'm wanting and desiring, for my business or in other areas of my life. So anyway, I just give a little example. We can use body as an example. I used to get very frustrated about my weight and how I looked, and it wasn't good enough and so forth. And so I used to always say, oh, I can't lose weight. I just can't lose that last 5 pounds, whatever. So I'm telling the universe, I don't want to lose that last 5 pounds. Just bring them back onto me. Mm-hmm. But instead of saying, I love my weight, I love my body, that is sending that positive message out, puts you in a positive place. So that's just one little example for you to keep in mind as we go forward in the rest of the discussion. So what I encourage you to do today, seriously, it doesn't take long. Those 4 areas of the four-legged chair that I mentioned, the mind, the body, the spirit, and the relationship and love, I would encourage you to write down what it is that you desire, right? Because unless you write it down, and people, I know many people don't believe me when I say this, but 90% of what you write down is what you achieve in life.
Yeah.
And if you don't write it down, you're not really that serious, or you have it in your mind and it checks out of your mind easily, so it doesn't happen. But if you want to take action and really make those changes that matter, then you need to write those areas down. So write those down, and just, here's another example. Like, let's say I want to work on my relationship. So, and this is a very true part of this. I was in that place last year. I wanted to work on my relationship. I've been married almost 39 years, but I wanted some things to be better. So, so anyway, so instead of saying, this is like a negative way to say, like, I don't like my husband when he picks at me. Well, that's very negative. I'm telling the universe, come on, bring it on, pick on me some more. So instead of saying, I learned, I need to say, I love and cherish my husband for caring enough to help me to be a better person. And that has just completely turned everything around. It is amazing. And when I allow that leg to be broken, you know what I mean? I just get all out of sorts and I can't manifest. So anyway.
Which makes sense, because then your mind kind of goes to that and it focuses on that. Yeah, that
exactly.
Totally makes sense.
It does. It's so true. I've been using law of attraction and those kind of practices for at least the last 5 years, probably 8 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
And it holds true every time. So, but the thing I want you to understand is it takes time, it takes thought, and that's why writing down is important, and it takes practice. So those things are really important, and what you can do to make that happen is, once you've got your areas that you want clarity on and that you want to make better,
Growing,
then
yeah.
write down those goals, right? And we can also call them affirmations or whatever, those positive statements, and post them everywhere. And even make a vision board. Just cut out some pictures of what you want it to look like. And I'll give you one quick example about that. Years ago, 2 areas I wanted to travel so badly. I wanted that to be part of our lives.
That's so cool.
And I wanted like a log cabin, out in the woods somewhere. Well, I'm here to tell you that those things didn't happen right away, but they happened. So we have a cabin in the woods. We have traveled many places.
You travel all over, which is so cool.
And it's just amazing.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing too, is sometimes we do have to give some patience to depending on what it is that you're desiring. But don't lose faith. Keep believing that you will receive, because then it will happen. And take action. Action is really crucial as well. But those visuals are so important. And the vision boards I love because I loved visuals.
Yeah.
That's why I love travel too. So anyway, just a statement to remember: what you think about comes about. And that is so true.
Powerful, yeah.
Yes, you think about comes about. I talked about the travel and the cabin and the 4-legged chair. We talked about that. So let's talk now. Once you get those areas grounded and you've worked on that and you feel really good in those 4 areas, right? So now let's jump forward to manifesting about your business. Yeah. So, and this is what I have so much fun with. And there's a couple of tools that we're going to talk about that make that doable too. So here's the thing. I like these quadrants, right? So in business, I think of, again, something like a 4-legged chair where I use income, I use time, I use clients, and I use resources. Those 4 items might be a little different for you, but that is what works for me. So that's why I wanted to share that with you. And why those 4? Because it works like this. If I get more clients, and especially the right clients that I want, that translates, if you use like a matrix, it translates to income. And I have more income, it translates to the ability to have more resources at my disposal, making my life easier, my business easier, and then that translates to giving me more time that I want to spend traveling and on fun things. So that's why those all make sense to me. So once you write those 4 things down and then you get really clear on what it is that you want more of and specifically what it is, and I'll give you an example of that. So in the cleaning business, I was visualizing that I want more regular clients, and I'll just use a fictitious name like Mary Smith's house. So I have been visualizing that in the last month, and I literally wrote down I want 6 of those clients. I already have 4 and 2 more inquiring that I think are going to be the right fit. But it is just mind-boggling to me that, that this works so effortlessly once you visualize it. So let's talk a little bit about how I do that every day. So we have a manifesting blend that yours truly here, Dena, made up with the essential oils, and I cannot tell you how well that works. I get up in the morning, first thing, I take a deep breath, I close my eyes, and I spray or I roll on the manifesting blend, and I truly visualize what I want my day to look like, what clients I want to come my way, and I just believe that they're going to come and the phone is going to ring.
That it's already happened.
Already happened.
So cool.
It's done. In the last day, I'm going to tell you right now, in the last 24 hours, I did this yesterday, I did this morning. I've had 4 people reach out to me that I haven't heard from for a long time, but they just come to me, and it's just amazing how, and you will have so much fun with getting it. And so one thing I would encourage you to do is maybe do baby steps with it, maybe something else. Like I was at the gym 2 weeks ago, I was trying to pull out, and there was just the traffic was all the way down. I was running late for an appointment, so I sat back and I took a deep breath and I visualized a nice lady stopping her car and allowing me to pull out. And I kid you not, within 30 seconds.
So cool. I know.
That exact thing happened. So I was like,
so
oh my
awesome.
God, I just believed that it was going to happen. And there it was. So there you go. So anyway, remember the closing the eyes, the thought, the visualization, the spraying of the manifesting blend is crucial, because that all makes a difference in the practice and how it works. And keeping those positive thoughts and speaking positively. Don't use those words like don't, won't, can't, no. Everything is just flip it around and say, I will have that. I am so excited about having that new client that I've been dreaming about for years. Oh, I can see her now walking into my door and sitting down with her and having coffee, and the conversation and how it's going to go. And then just believe that it's already happened.
That is
So
cool.
anyway, and then the other piece of advice I want to give you is if you get a negative thought, and here's a very good example. Dena knows I've been wanting a yellow bicycle.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So last week I'm looking on Facebook Marketplace, and the exact yellow bicycle I have been visualizing showed up. I was just like shocked, right? So I messaged the lady. Well, about 2 hours later, I hadn't heard back from her. I started to feel doubtful that was going to happen. And as soon as the doubt came in, I lost the bicycle. I got the message back from the lady that she just sold it. And I'm thinking, it was my lack of belief and doubt. I didn't shift quickly out of that mindset. So that is, all I can tell you is that if you start doubting what you're manifesting, flip it out of your mind. Think of something really pleasant and positive to bring in positive thoughts. So that will really help. So positive thoughts, belief, and action. That's probably the last bit of advice. I don't want to forget about that. It is so important to take action. So you can dream all you want, you can manifest all you want, but even when that phone rings, if you don't follow through with the client, the end results aren't going to be there. So make sure that you take the steps to get the ball rolling. Keep doing that. Write down your actions every day. Be clear. Post them everywhere and just follow through. And it will just suddenly become like an effortless thing.
Like second nature to you, because you'll develop the habit and then hone the skill really well.
Yes.
I was on a training yesterday, and she asked the question, if every single word you spoke manifested exactly as you spoke it, how would you speak?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And how would you think if it was a thought? Like, how would you think? So think about that. I was like, whoa, we'd be in some trouble, some of us, right?
And it is so easy to allow, like yesterday or last night, to have this interview this morning. My laptop died.
Yeah.
And the old Sue would have really gotten mad about that. And then I would have been sending that negative message out. And the new Sue said, this gives me the opportunity to get a new laptop.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited.
Which is awesome. Yes.
So it matters.
Yes.
It really does. But
thank you so much.
I hope that helped.
Yes. Oh, tremendously. I just want to say thank you so much to Sue, because her laptop did crash and she ended up having to redo all the notes for this topic. So I just want to say thank you to her, and we appreciate you being on here. Share your thoughts. We would love to hear more from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.